Here's a surprising fact. Brain scans show that repeating affirmations light up the same reward centers that respond to food, money, or even a hug. Your brain can't tell the difference between an external reward and self-directed one. That means every time you say something kind and affirming to yourself, you're literally giving your brain a hit of its own reward chemistry. That's why affirmations aren't just motivational slogans. They work on a neurological level, reshaping the pathways that guide how you think, feel, and act. Today we will explore the science behind them and studies that prove it, and that everyday practices that make them effective. Affirmations are not just empty words, but one of the simplest tools for rewiring your brain for resilience and growth. Let me start with a memory. During a rough patch, I used to repeat to myself, I am enough. At first, it felt awkward, almost fake, but over time, those words softened my inner critic. That's what affirmations can do, not just change your mood, but change how your brain fires. Think of affirmations as mental reps. The more you repeat them, the stronger those neural muscles get. Norman Dutch explained in The Brain That Changed Itself from 2007 that our thoughts and practically literally reshape the brain at any age. And that's the foundation of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's way of saying, I can change. Every time you repeat the affirmation, you're like a pianist practicing scales. You're reinforcing certain neural pathways. The study, The Brain That Changed Itself from Norman Dutch, showed how deliberate thought practices literally reshape the brain. Think of it like driving to work. The more often you take a new route, the easier it becomes to remember that road. And for the reward system in 2016, Cascio and colleagues put people in an fMRI scanner and had them affirm their personal values. The same brain regions that light up when you get the hug, win money, or taste your favorite food, the ventral striatum and the medial prefrontal cortex lit up. Affirmations don't just feel good, your brain actually treats them as rewarding. Imagine telling yourself, I am proud of finishing this project, and your brain responding with the same satisfaction as crossing something off your to-do list. Then there's coping and resilience. Cohen and Sherman 2014 reviewed dozens of studies and found affirmations help people handle stress with less defensiveness. In real life, that means you're more open to feedback, more willing to problem solve, and less likely to spiral when things get tough. Think about preparing for a tough work review. If you go in repeating, I can learn from this, you're far less likely to shut down when the criticism comes. And on a similar note, Silverman in 2013 described affirmations as a coping strategy. They don't erase problems, but they give your brain a buffer so you don't collapse under pressure. It's like having a mental cushion. You still fall, but it doesn't hurt as much. And lastly, there's also the power of imagination. Holmes and Matthews in 2010 found affirmations are much stronger when paired with mental imagery. So if you say, I am confident by actually picturing yourself walking into that room with your head high, your brain encodes that belief far more deeply. It's the same principle athletes use when they visualize winning before they even step on the field. And my own quick PSA here, skip the self-deprecating jokes. Your brain doesn't have much sense of humor. Repeat something often enough, even if it's a joke, and eventually it takes it as fact. So after you know all this, how do you use affirmations in a way that actually rewires your brain? Make them personal and value-based. Instead of I am successful, try I handle challenges with creativity. Cascio's study showed affirmations tied to personal values activate reward systems much more strongly. Be consistent. Like brushing your teeth, a little daily repetition is more effective than a marathon session once a month. Visualize and feel it. Pair affirmations with emotions and/or mental imagery. Use them in stressful moments. In practice, this might look like writing down a value-driven affirmation before a tough meeting or repeating one before bed when your thoughts are racing. Research isn't just theory. Take students under pressure. In one study by Cohen and Sherman, minority students who took a few minutes to affirm their personal values actually performed better because those affirmations helped lower the stress of stereotype threat. Or athletes, before a big competition, repeating something like I am calm under pressure is just superstition. It primes their brains to deliver better performance when it matters most. And in therapy, affirmations become a tool for healing. Instead of looping on, I am a failure, you can swap it for I am capable of learning. And over time, that shift reduces stress, it changes how people can show up for themselves. And everyday folks, people like you and me, you should use affirmations to get through rough moments. Picture sitting in traffic and your brain is spiraling. Oh, I will never get everything done. I'm late now. Stop that thought for I can handle this. It sounds small, but it can shift your entire day. Affirmations aren't brainwashing, they are brain rewiring. When grounded in science, used consistently and tied to your real values, they can help reshape how you see yourself and how you meet the world. And I will give you one journal prompt for your day. What's one negative thought you catch yourself repeating, and what's one affirmation you could replace it with today? I hope this gave you something to think about. Please subscribe for more grounded conversations on spirituality, personal growth, and share in the comments what's the affirmation that helped you rewire your own story. You never know who might need to hear it. See you in the next one.